let's say you're trying to put together a list for some outreach and you're targeting podcasters specifically. So I'm going to show you how you can use the MailMentor extension to help you collect and put that list together. So if you hit the MailMentor website and you just go to the, click here to install, this will take you to the MailMentor browser plugin, which you can install in Chrome. I already have it installed and I'm using Brave, but it's exactly the same as Chrome. So I already installed it. And what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to go and click on the extensions and I'm going to pin this to my toolbar because that's going to become really helpful there. So if I'm browsing through LinkedIn, let's say, I'm targeting podcast. So I'm looking for podcast host, which is the title on LinkedIn here. And I'm browsing through LinkedIn looking for people who are podcast hosts. I can click right here and that will actually extract all of the folks in this existing website and it will store these folks in my MailMentor database. Now this takes a couple minutes, but if I take a look at it, so I'm just going to click this and I'm going to click view results here and it'll show you that these contacts are now starting to show up in my collected contacts section of the MailMentor app. So if I search for like Nico, let's see, that guy Nico is starting to show up block stars, it looks like, which is, yeah, block stars. So this will basically start to collect all of these contacts that I come across on LinkedIn pages. Now, as I'm going through LinkedIn, I can actually enable a specific mode in MailMentor, which is the auto collection. So if you go to settings here, you can enable the auto collector or the auto prospector. And what that will do is in the background, it will automatically collect every LinkedIn profile that I encounter on the LinkedIn platform. So let's see if I look at this Pamela Roth. She's a podcast host first and a stand-up comedian. And I think she's kind of interesting. So as I check her profile out, MailMentor in the background has just collected her contact info and stored it in my database. Same thing with Sabrina Cobb here. You can click on these, but you can also just kind of do searches. So if you wanted to search for podcast host sales, something like that, because maybe that's a specific type of person that you want to target. I'm going to view all people here. And then as I view the individual profiles here, like I said, in the background, MailMentor is going to automatically collect the contact information for these folks. Let's do this ideal podcast. That's a good one. We might use this list here. Derek Williams. Let's see, 3 link. That's another interesting one. So yeah, as I mentioned, if I go to the MailMentor platform here, it collected all of those contacts that I viewed. You can see some of those contacts. Pamela Roth is showing up there. Derek Williams should show up in a second. It usually takes a second or so for the contacts to actually show up in here. Scott, Derek Williams is right there. Now, if I search for a podcast, right, this will filter out and only show me folks who have podcast hosts in their titles here. And what I can actually do is I can select these folks just like this, and I can export them to CSV, or I can add them to a list and reach out through MailMentor specifically or whatnot. But that is the primary function of how to collect these contacts. And again, in some of these cases, we have, the email addresses for the folks, but we also have profiles on the companies and everything else that's as well here. So anyway, so that's how you can use MailMentor to help you find some podcast folks to reach out to if you're doing a podcast outreach. And I hope this tool works really well for you.